This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening all. I'm Shashina Roll as always. It is so great to have you with us. Topping news, the multinational financing institution, the Inter-American Development Bank, hosting a two-day consultation meeting here on Grand Bahama Island. 6 countries will take part in high-level talks as governors of Barbados, Guyana, Jamaica, Suriname, and Trinidad and Tobago meet with upper management of the IDB about corporate matters and moving forward. IDB representative Astrid Winter says while the pre-annual meetings are rotated between Caribbean countries, they are pleased to be here on Grand Bahama.
It's a rotation. So this is only the 4th year that the consultation has been held at the regional level in the regional countries. We had Jamaica, Suriname, and Trinidad last year. So this is the 4th. It's in the Bahamas. What's significant is in 2016, the Bahamas is going to be hosting the annual general meeting for the entire bank for all 48 member countries. So it seems in a way like a precursor to that much larger meeting of the whole membership of the bank. Consultations are private. These are the owners of the bank talking to bank management about corporate matters. So I can't really comment about the content of the meetings. However, the idea is that the Caribbean countries have an opportunity to focus with the upper management of the bank, with the president exclusively on issues of great relevance to the region.
Now, the IDB has some 48 member countries with 26 in the region. Jerry Butler is the alternate executive director for Caribbean countries for the board of directors in the IDB. And he talks about the significance of the IDB to the Bahamas government.
At the direct government level, the Ministry of Finance has a project now on public sector finance administration, sort of modernizing the system. So the bank provides technical experience in that area in providing a digitized type of financial system for the treasury and for vendors, etc., etc. So the bank is a very big partner with the country in terms of not just providing just money, but also in terms of providing intelligentsia and technical assistance.
Now, the IDB conference is set to open tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. at the Grand Bahama Resort, and it is expected to close out on Friday night with a cultural celebration at the Grand Bahama Resort. Well, a premier resort on a northern island is preparing for yet another official event as one of their projects nears completion. Joan Davis Roll has all of the details.
Bimini will become a real gem in the island collection of the Bahamas. That will be a real draw, especially being 50 miles from Miami.
As the Genting vision continues to unfold at the mega resort world Bimini, officials say thousands of dollars are being invested not only in the property but the island. Director of Food and Beverage at Resort World, Patrick Fortams.
We're partnering with the government and changing the island. We just repaved the entire road through North Bimini, and we have a boat that comes from Miami 3 times a week. That's 33,000 tons that brings people over. So we anticipate that with the opening of the hotel and the ship and also all the boats that come there during the summertime, we have over 240 boat slips. You will see anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000 people there on the weekends milling about. And a lot of them want to drink beer, and we want them to drink sands.
The latest addition to the premier property is a brand new hotel.
The hotel will be open next month, but the full opening won't be till the end of the year or beginning of next year. We have conference rooms, we have suites, so we plan on bringing a lot of high-end groups, corporate and private. We plan on doing a lot of weddings, and of course to do that you need the staff.
The resort executive says as the project develops, so does the employment opportunities for Bahamians.
Be a waiting list to come to Bimini, 350 to 400, maybe even more. Right now we also have about 600 workers that have come from different areas to build the hotel in addition to the people from the Bahamas. We serve right now employee meals. We have to do about 2,400 employee meals a day just to feed the employees.
Freeport Thames, along with a delegation from the Bimini Resort, won Grand Bahama Tuesday with hopes of forming a partnership with a local brewery.
Sands Brewery is an up-and-coming Bahamian business, and we want to partner with them and feature their beers and their products on our resort, because we are one of the premier resorts in the Bahamas, up-and-coming. Resorts World is going to make its mark. It's making its mark in Bimini, and we want Sands Brewery to be one of our partners.
Resort officials hope that following today's tour, a partnership will be formed with this local brewery, expanding opportunities here on Grand Bahama. Reporting for ZNS Network News, I'm Joan Davis-Roll.
Well, the cruise industry continues to drive the Caribbean tourism economy. Competition is fierce as destinations battle for the tourism dollar. One local tour operator is making its mark in the marketplace by beating out regional competitors and capturing Carnival Cruise Line's top Caribbean Tour Operator Award. Megan Shepard reports.
For the second year in a row, Forbes Charter has earned the title of top rated on Viator for the top tour company in the Caribbean. Owner Hadley Forbes says this is a major accomplishment that drives his company to continue to push for excellent service.
It means that our staff is doing something right. And I do appreciate that the foreign guests, our foreign guests, enjoy themselves to give us this recognition as the best tour operator in the Caribbean. That speaks a lot. And moreover, Freeport, Grand Bahama, because our economy has been sluggish for a while. And this kind of recognition means that the destination is coming back.
Forbes earned the recognition in conjunction with Bahamas Adventures. General Manager Cesar Ochoa says this is truly a humbling honor, and he is grateful to the staff that has made this a reality.
It's a great honor, but it's also a great commitment for us towards the future. We are grateful with the people that gave us the award, but that means that if that is going to be out loud displayed, or in this case, the opportunity to have it in television, it only means commitment towards the future. We cannot think of ourselves that just because we have an award, we are the best. We have to be the best every single day, starting with the small details like having a very clean place, properly dressed and uniformed staff, big smile on our faces, and ready to cater for any needs that our local or foreign guests could have.
Owner of the Adventures brand, Felipe Diaz Canedo, says Bahamas Adventure is the first branch to venture outside of Mexico. He is expressing his gratitude to the Bahamian people.
We are very happy with Bahamas. We selected, this is our first venue outside of Mexico. In Mexico we have more than 2,000 employees already. We had one of these awards for Mexico also in the tours we do there. And I just wanted to add that we're very happy to having chosen Bahamas, Freeport, Bahamas in particular. We're very happy with the people, with the level of services, and with the professionalism that everybody has shown us.
Megan Shepard, ZNS Network News.
Switching gears now, a Canadian man was sent back home today after being arraigned before the court for working in the country without a valid work permit. Bruno Rufa, a director on the board at the Coral Beach Hotel, was arrested several weeks ago on the property for violating the Immigration Act. Now, Rufa appeared before Magistrate Debbie Ferguson today, and the matter was adjourned to March 12th for trial. Rufa's visitor's time was then canceled by the Immigration Department, and he was escorted to the airport, where he was placed on a flight to leave the country. Rufa remains on $2,500 bail. Also in news this evening, a man is dead following a traffic mishap in the 8 Mile Rock community. Italia Hall has the story.
The traffic mishap occurred shortly before 1 p.m. on Wednesday in Jonestown, 8 Mile Rock. The victim is said to be a male resident in his late 50s.
The officers responded and they found a male pedestrian that was involved, along with one vehicle driven by a female. The victim received injuries and he was transported to the Rand Memorial Hospital by ambulance. And we can confirm that the pedestrian has passed.
The victim's clothing could be seen at the scene of the accident. Jonestown is a highly populated, busy community, and with that in mind, Superintendent Loretta Mackey is urging members of the public to be more alert when traversing the streets, whether walking or driving.
At this time, the investigation is in the initial stage. We cannot say that speed was a factor. The investigation is still ongoing, but we want to take this opportunity to speak to those persons that are commuting to and from the Freeport area to West End using Queens Highway, and there's always a high rate of speed in this area. We were here last Friday with our conducting a road check, and we want to sensitize those persons who are speeding to be more cognizant of the pedestrian and other road users for the safety of all persons.
Police have not determined if speed was a factor in this accident. This latest fatality occurred just a short distance away from the Martintown Primary School, and Superintendent Mackey says it reinforces the concern regarding speeding in school zones.
Be reminded that between 8 a.m. and 9 a.m. and between 2:30 and 4 p.m. that the speed limit is 15 miles per hour in the school zones. We have 4 schools here in 8 Mile Rock, 3 primary school and 1 high school, and we're asking them to partner with us and making sure that our children are safe as they walk to and from school.
It's Talia Hall, ZNS Network News.
Stay with us. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, continues right after this.
Bringing news that matters to you. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. Educators from public and private schools on Grand Bahama getting some pertinent information today during the annual Professional Day seminar. Sabrina Brown reports.
Hundreds of educators assembled at the Jack Hayward High School gymnasium for the Ministry of Education's annual Teachers Professional Development Day.
This has been happening, as I said, for many, many years, and we try to make it better and better every year. As we zero in on the needs of our schools, the needs of our teachers, and use these days to give teachers the extra tools that they might need to help them in the classroom, to help them to help our students to become successful.
Deputy Director of Education Sandra Etchcombe says a number of critical issues were on the agenda.
It's the kinds of problems that teachers might experience. We like to zero in especially on how we can help them to teach so that the children are excited about learning, so that the children are motivated. Because sometimes teachers have taught their best lessons and the students just don't get it. And so teachers have a special way of pulling new subject matter, being more creative, so that the child that doesn't get it finally gets it, because teachers are never really satisfied until all of their children understand a concept.
This year's theme, At the Heart of Teaching, Safeguarding Our Children. Etchcombe says representatives from key agencies and community partners facilitated the sessions.
They come from those areas like urban renewal, social services, juvenile panel. They're the ones who deal with our children almost, and their parents and communities, almost on a daily basis. But among those speakers are the Darrell Rolls and the Mr. Said, Pastor Dudley Said, who go into those communities, who pull those young men together and offer them, whether it's basketball or counseling or spiritual teaching. They're also part of the panel list, because it takes a village to raise a child. We're safeguarding. We can't depend on the police alone, the teachers, so we're trying to put all of these agencies in place.
Sabrina Brown, ZNS Network News.
And that's a look at stories making news this evening. Stay with us to check on sports when we come back. Topping sports, the Hoyts helping our youth through education and sports. Geneva Rutherford girls basketball tournament starts tomorrow at the St. George's Gym. Well, it is expected to be a fantastic mix of talent among female basketball players on the island. Hoyts founder Gladstone Moan McPhee is excited about this special tournament.
keep playing, keep practicing to make this event, as good as the boys. The basketball tournament, the girls tournament, is the same time as the boys tournament in New Providence. And the reason for that is that the girls will have their own stage, and make sure that girls will have fun and they will not be on the backstage of the boys.
Well, participants are looking forward to the event, and they say it is going to be very beneficial for them.
I love the sport of basketball, but I haven't took it seriously until I met Coach McPhee. He taught me the game properly and helped me to become a better player. And he just showed me the way, and hopefully when I get older I could go off to college and high school to play in the United States.
A good experience playing the game. I mean, I started last year, but it's fun. It gives us a better experience for especially how the boys always have different stuff to play from, and we have one thing that we could actually say we've been to and help us in our life, help us to get where we going.
Now, the tournament is scheduled to come to a close on Sunday, February 22nd, and it is live on radio. That's 8:10 a.m. and 104.5 at 7 p.m. Well, the primary schools, Nika Grant and Anita Doherty Softball League on the diamond, with Maurice Moore girls defeating Holmes Rock 14-1, Grace Christian Academy boys over Maurice Moore 4-3, and Tabernacle closed out Martintown 10-0. The Grand Bahama Amateur Softball Association will hold its annual general meeting, and election of officers is on Thursday, February 26th at the Susan J. Wallace Teen Center on Columbus Drive Park, and that starts at 6 p.m. Now, the big question for the GBASA is leadership. Hansel Colley has not confirmed if he will seek another term as president. Now, the tournament play in the 2015 Hugh Campbell Basketball Tournament began Monday for the teams based in New Providence, and Grand Bahama was expected to begin play today. But coaches on this island are holding firm to their unanimous decision to not attend any games this year. Megan Shepard explains.
A first down. Wood sides now on the
The coach's decision stemmed from concerns regarding the pool assignments and the lack of communication from tournament coordinator and the principal of the AF Adderley High School. After a late response, the coaches say they still will not be attending.
The letter did not mention any resemblance of addressing the concerns. The only thing he said in the letter is, we are not changing, basically. We are not changing, and we are not prepared to change. No future format was discussed or mentioned. Nothing was mentioned about in terms of fixing the problems. So we all can assume that the same thing is going to happen next year. We can only assume that unless they are willing to come forward and come to the table and sit down and have some sensible discussions.
Thank you to Mr. Clark, the principal of the F. Adderley Tigers. Better late than never. However, we got your response, and we want to say thank you for your response. However, you never addressed the question that we asked. But like I said, better late than never. Thank you for your response. And once again, you just solidify that we will not be attending this year's 2015 tournament. But thank you so much.
While many across the country look forward to the tournament every year, the coaches say it is about principle. They say while they, along with their student athletes, would like to participate, they hope the students learn a valuable lesson regarding standing up for what they believe is right.
They support the coaches and their decision not to go to Nassau.
This is a difficult time for us as coaches. It's a difficult time for the young people that we coach. We've put in a lot of work and a lot of time into trying to get to this point and peaking for this particular period of the year. And so this is really hard for us and for our children. Nevertheless, I hope that the young people will learn a valuable lesson that sometime in life you have to take some serious stands, some stands that are oftentimes not very popular.
Sunland Baptist Academy will not be participating in this year's Hugh Campbell tournament. I take stands with my fellow coaches and associations to agree that we will not participate for various reasons. I feel bad for our players, and we really would like to play, but with a late response from the AF Adley principal, we stand in unison with the rest of the coaches here and the association to not participate.
Head coach of the 8 Mile Rock High team, Mark Wilson, says not only are Grand Bahama kids missing out, but so are the fans who look forward to the rivalry.
What we're faced with is something that is nothing new, but we finally grew the fortitude to stand together, and what we're trying to do is to actually forge a healthy change for basketball moving forward inside the country. This act is no way intended to be any form of sabotage. We feel bad for all of the kids in Grand Bahama. We feel equally as bad for the kids inside New Providence who look forward to the competition coming out of Grand Bahama.
Megan Shepard, ZNS Total Sports.
And that's your check on sports.